Welcome back to 3D Animation. Today's lesson is really an overview of Project 3. And Project 3 is going to be focused on character design and animation. So we're really going to delve into UV mapping and character design and skin weight mapping and rigging and IK and FK chains. But one thing I'd like to bring up about this project is that the theme, the kind of concept or direction that I want you guys all to work around is to be proposed by you, the students. So I have linked in your class number 14 module on Canvas a SharePoint doc here that I will share with you. And I would like each student to basically propose a theme. And I filled this in with just an example, like my theme was sci-fi. And then if you want to vote for that name, just put your name in to the right of it. And then whoever gets the most votes at the end of the day from students, that's the theme that the whole class will kind of work within. So I've had urban legends was a past theme, sci-fi characters a past theme. So I'd love for all of you to be able to input a theme. But we're going to have to vote pretty quickly on this. So I'm going to put a deadline that by this Wednesday, which will be the 8th, 9th, 10th, March 10th is the deadline for this, okay? So make sure you link to that, and I'll put that deadline next to the submission form on the Canvas assignment. But please submit a theme, otherwise I'll be the one that picks the theme. All right, I'm going to close that. So you get to pick the theme, and you get to vote on it as a student to which one you like. And then, like I said, this project's focused on character design, UV mapping, skin weight mapping, rigging, and inverse kinematic and forward kinematic chains, IK and FK as they're abbreviated. The visual concept, like I said, is to be proposed by you, the students, and faculty. I'll be the one that makes the final call on that, but I almost always go with the majority vote on that. The technical and conceptual framework should focus on the creation of a fully animated 3D character that interacts with its environment. So this isn't just the character. You will create an environment, and I want to see your character have some physics interaction with it. So like when it steps on the ground in your environment, it should look like it's stepping on the ground. Or if it bounces off of some object in space, it looks like it should have an impact and bounce away. This character does not have to be human. It does not have to be a biped. Bipeds are really hard to make the first time. So I really suggest to all of you, don't try to make a biped your first time. You can if you want to, but you don't have to. But it should explore a unique mode of locomotion or movement. It could move by its tail. It could move by its tongue. It could move by the way its eyes blink. It needs to have some kind of form of locomotion, but it doesn't have to be 2 feet walking or 4 feet walking, which can be really difficult to sync your first time. A secondary focus should be on how the character interacts with its environment, like I said, via the physics of motion and interaction, something we'll be going over in your future lessons. Successful projects will also include a detailed project proposal, just as your past ones, with a brief description, sketches or initial designs, and a timeline, saved as a Word doc and uploaded to your Canvas assignment. Students will also need to complete a storyboard, hand-drawn or computer-based, but I do want you using one of the storyboard templates this time, and I want to see multiple frames, probably one for every 2 to 3 to 4 seconds of footage, definitely every time your camera changes, and a short animatic showing the basic animation structure and timing with your soundtrack. Speaking of which, this project must also include a soundtrack that has sound effects that match up with the movement. It doesn't have to be music, but there needs to be some kind of ambient background sound with sound effects. And I'm going to ask that everybody create a 15 to 20 second work in progress animation demo. It's going to be due during the 3rd week of the project at the end of it. You have about 5 weeks total on this project. So I want to see a work in progress at that end of that 3-week mark. After the completion of the project, everybody's going to write a 500-word response about the work. And overall, your project should be somewhere in the 30 to 60-second range. Don't go over a minute unless you have a whole lot of time on your hands for rendering. And as usual, export it to 1080p, use MP4 compression, blah, blah, blah. And like I said, on all the past ones, you need to present your proposal on Flipgrid for feedback, and you're going to present the final project on Flipgrid, and you're also going to give feedback to at least 3 of your fellow students for both the proposal and the final presentations. And, this is a breakdown. The final breakdown is 10 points, but overall, I believe this is like an 18 or 20-point project. If you actually look at the assignments for Project 3, you'll see that each of those stages down here there's the proposals 2 points, the storyboards 2 points, animatic is 2 points, and the final demo animation is 2 points. 2 points of the response, and then 10 points for the main project, so 20 points total. All right, let's go ahead and look at some examples of past work. And I have linked, so if you don't want to watch these in this 3D, or I'm sorry, in this presentation, you can watch these on your own. I'm not going to show every single one, but there's quite a few. Like I said, 2 of the past themes that we've done, one was sci-fi characters, another one was urban legends. So I'm just going to show a few, and then you can watch the rest on your own. This one went really above and beyond. This is Mobster Lizards. This was, a ton of work, but the student really went above and beyond with their character mapping and design. Did a great job. Sorry, my kids just got home, so you might hear a little bit of extra sound in the background. I'm going to show another one here. This one was really nice, too. Oh, this is one of the urban legend ones. Really unique design here with the way the backgrounds came in and out with the characters. That's my son saying hello. This is Cameron Detigs. This was a little over a minute. This one was really involved, and a pretty amazing animation. He went really above and beyond on this one. So pretty amazing, the dropout, the environment. Again, I'm not expecting something this complex, but if you want to go above and beyond, this is a great example. I'll let you watch the rest of that on your own. Here's one more. This one mixes an interesting blend of 2D and 3D animation. Actually did some toon shading on his 3D character. So this little character is actually the 3D character with a rig. Simple little tail and leg rig. And then he brought a more complex 2D animated character into the mix as well, the doctor sitting there at the desk. So that's a great example of how you don't have to create a biped. Sometimes a single foot and a tail are a lot easier to rig your first time. Oh no! I'll let you watch the rest of that on your own. And one more here. This one's just a simple little walking cycle, but she did a really nice job compositing it into different environments. Her little robot. This is Tara. So even though it's a simple animation, she actually has a nice weight to it, and then did some fun compositing. All right, and then under the urban legends, I'll just show you a couple there. This is kind of this creature in the forest. I can't remember which urban legend this was, but it had this kind of crazy demon with the red eyes. Nice forest environment with some snow particle effects. Tough one to do, a quadruped. It's really difficult to coordinate those legs. So she did a pretty good job, but yeah, it's tough. I'll let you watch the rest of that one on your own. This is a really nice one here that's almost kind of like a commercial. A little beef jerky. Their own take on the Sasquatch. He did an amazing job with this, especially with all the extra layers of compositing and kind of making this look and feel just like a commercial. But his rigging on his character was phenomenal for a biped. A little floaty here and there, could have a little more weight, a little more gravity brought to it, but he still did a pretty good job for his first time out. And one more. I'll show you this one from Cody Roundtree. Very unique character, kind of this flapping wings outer space character. Might not hear the audio on this one. It's kind of a sun god, I believe, some kind of urban legend of this sun god snake creature. So simple but effective. So please review the rest of those on your own. And if you have any questions, as always, reach out to me, and happy to answer anything I can, give you more details on. But please also make sure that, like I said, you go to the share doc that's linked in your Canvas module assignment for this for class number 14. And this will bring up, it's week 8, class 14. Make sure you submit this before this Wednesday. And that's on the 10th. And I will announce via email what the main theme is that everybody voted for. All right, thanks as always, and thanks for tuning in.